Thanks, Evo. And thank you all so much for coming out today. And thank you all so much for supporting sharks over the last however many years or decades that some people in this crowd have been supporting sharks. We've really noticed the difference, right, in the last couple of years. Colin Barnett's ridiculous, outrageous, appallingly cruel cull has actually, in some ways, done, I don't want to say good things for sharks, but it's certainly raised awareness right throughout the general community about the vulnerability of sharks and how much sharks need to be protected. And it's also made almost the whole country look at cruel practices like what Colin Barnett is still doing, by the way, I'll get to that in a second, and say, that's outrageous. We are a humane society and we will not stand by while governments do this stuff. However, here in New South Wales and in Queensland, we know that we've still got drum nets, we know that we've still got shark nets and drum lines in Queensland. Sea Shepherd has a campaign, Operation Apex Harmony, which is actually working in these two states as well as WA to put an end to this outrageous practice of viewing sharks as something that need to be killed because they just happen to be in the ocean and we sometimes visit their home and habitat, and very rarely there's an incident with a shark. In WA, yes, Shani mentioned the 30,000 submissions that I'm sure all of you contributed to that ensured that the EPA said that the WA drum lines had an uncertain impact and therefore they didn't approve the drum lines this summer. So what did Colin Barnett do about that? He then asked the federal government, Greg Hunt, the Abbott government, to allow them to still chase sharks if they deem any sharks an imminent threat. So what happened in December was there were a few great white sharks travelling around, and there was one great white shark, which is, you know, they do what they do. They swim in the ocean and they go along the shore, out in the ocean, and they look at, they go to where fish are aggregating. In this particular instance where snapper was spawning, and there were seals as well. And so the great white sharks are just around there, and Colin Barnett used a tagged shark and research. I think Dave Booth talked about research in terms of tagging sharks. We've got the WA government now using that research to chase sharks when they're tagged, to try and find them, to kill them, just because they might be swimming around an area where swimmers are. When there's snapper aggregating, when there's an aggregation going on of spawning snapper, when the beaches are already closed, when WA Fisheries have already tweeted that there's great whites that are being seen, this is the mentality of Colin Barnett. Appalling. So what we know now with sharks then is that it's a public relations campaign for us. Because Colin Barnett is doing this because he thinks it's good for him, because people have an irrational fear of sharks. So the work that you are all doing, this education board that Sea Shepherd have put together, is fantastic. Well done, the Sydney chapter, for putting this board together for people who are walking past. And with the Liberal government here, Mike Baird, saying that they'll trial technologies. So campaigners have been asking for this for many, many, many years now. Campaigners have been lobbying the government in New South Wales for many years to get rid of the shark nets. They've put in front of them the thousands of species, the data of what's caught in those nets. They've had this information for a long time. I would challenge Mike Baird today to actually say that he will commit to this before the election, that will actually start putting in place before the election so that we don't have to wait for an outcome. We don't have to wait for another 6 months or 12 months. It's summer now and he can trial it now. And if he was serious, it would be a very, very easy thing to do. So just in closing, guys, over the next couple of years, really, because it is that type of campaign here in New South Wales particularly, and Queensland, your role, which is what you've already been doing, which is why these rallies are so important, is to talk to everybody you know, talk to beachgoers all around us, keep posting and sharing those posts of Some of you may have seen this of this woman who was a free dive. She was free diving with an oceanic white-tip shark, and there's this incredible video of her literally kind of dancing around in the water with this oceanic white-tip shark. It's apparently one of the most dangerous sharks in the world, according to some people. Keep sharing all of those images about how incredible sharks are, those videos of your interactions with sharks, because we know that there's hundreds